If you're watching, oh, look who it is. Good morning, darling. All right. Good morning. Thank you for jumping on. I appreciate it. This morning I'm working with not my usual access to equipment, and so I set myself a challenge. Before my injury, I could do 100 push-ups in a row. After my surgery, I could do none, and so actually, not that I can't do none. I can now do about 10 in a row. So the goal is to build back up. And so for this session, I'm not trying to hit 100 in a row because I know I can't get that at all, but I am trying to hit 100 total. And so I'm at 17 right now, making my way to 100. We got, I don't know how to say this name, Saj, DSAIF. Looks like you've sent some comments and some sort of characters I'm not familiar with. So unfortunately, I don't know what you're saying unless there's an opportunity for me to translate this here, which it doesn't look like there is. So I appreciate you jumping on. Fortunately, I'm not quite sure what your comments say. Wish I did. All right, so we're at 17 out of 100. I'm gonna do this as long as it feels safe. Obviously don't want to have too much strain on the neck given my recovery, but we're at 17 on our way to 100. 6. All right. That puts me at 24 on my way to 100. Let's see if we get some better lighting in here. So right now, the goal here is 100 push-ups, not in a row, just for this session. I'm at 24 so far. Putting about anywhere between 20 to 30-second rest intervals in between. All right. $29 out of 100. I'm pretty good right now. The right side's just a little weak still. I can feel it falling behind. Let's see, we've got Gym Lover Jeans. Gym Lover Gene V says hi. Hey Gym Lover, thanks for jumping on. So I'm not working with my usual equipment, so set a goal. The goal being that at one point before my injury, I was able to do 100 push-ups in a row. After my surgery, I couldn't do any. I built my way back up to just 10. So the goal here for this session is to do 100 push-ups total. So obviously I have to break it out into intervals, but right now I'm at 29 on my way to 100. What else we got? What else we got? It's Jim Lover says, how are you? I'm good. Feeling a little tired. I can feel the right side, which is the impacted side from my injury, lagging behind. That's okay though, just rebuilding. There's 7. So that puts me at 36 out of 100. Gym Lover, how are you doing? Appreciate you jumping on. If you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. I appreciate that. If you're not a subscriber, would love to have you as a subscriber too. Can't recall if I've seen you on here before. You'll have to remind me. Have you been on some of my previous lives? Anything you guys want to talk about, feel free to drop it in the chat. The goal this morning is not a long workout, or not necessarily even a detailed workout. The goal this morning is just to see, can I do 100 push-ups? Not in one sitting. I know I can't do that right now. But can I just do 100 total? 100 total. Right now I'm at 36 out of 100. Going back down for another round. 6. So 42 out of 100. Almost at the halfway point, not quite. Until you get spoiled. My gym at home, I spent the last 15 years piecing it together, and you get used to being able to roll out of bed, and there it is. So not having access to it this morning is disappointing, but it is what it is. Exo, Laura, Carolina, how long do you rest between sets? Anywhere between 20 and 30 seconds. I forgot my stopwatch, so I'm not able to be meticulous with the timing, but I'll take that as a hint from you that I'm taking too long. That 5 puts me at a total of 47. So I've got 47 out of 100. If you're just now jumping on, the goal here is 100 total. I, once upon a time, before my injury, could do 100 in a row. After my injury, my surgery, I could do 0. I built back up to about 10 in a row. And so the goal for this session is just to be able to get 100, even if it's small increments of 4, 5, 6 here and there, work my way all the way up to 100. That's the goal. So I appreciate you guys for jumping on. And I assume cheer me on. If you haven't hit the like button, please do. If you're not a subscriber, would love to have you as a subscriber. You'll probably see on these sets, this side, the weaker side, the atrophied side, it's kind of dragging behind. But just trying to push through. As long as I don't feel any tension or anything in the neck, I don't feel any pain there, we're good to keep going. Right side's feeling it. All right. Got another 5. Puts me at 52. Over halfway there now. 52 out of 100. So far feeling good. I don't feel like the neck has any kind of unusual discomfort. This is looking achievable. Yesterday when I was thinking about committing to a goal, I was actually thinking just to say 50, because I didn't know if I could do 100. Honestly, I still don't know if I could do 100. But I thought, you know what? 100 is the number that hit my brain. 100 is the number that was once able to accomplish all in one setting before my injury. So it kind of stuck with me, and I decided, I don't know if I can hit 100. I may embarrass myself here, but I'm going to try. And so that's where we're at. I decided not to cut that number in half, to keep the 100 number, and to see how close I can get. So right now, I'm at 52 reps, 52 push-ups, on my way to 100. My neck feels good for now, so we're good to keep continuing. My right side is lagging for sure, but I'm going to keep working through that. Whew. Let's see if we can knock out some more. 6. All right, got another 6. Puts me at 58. 58 push-ups. Actually was, I don't know if the word inspired is correct. Seems like a bit dramatic of a word for what I'm about to say, but we'll use it anyways. I was inspired by another channel member who comments on a lot of my stuff. Odd Fitness, Tim Brennan. I noticed he was doing some workouts on his videos where he would try to, he would do a push-up or crunches or some sort of core hanging workout, pull-ups, whatever, and he was recording how many he could do. That gave me the idea, like, let me see what I can do. I don't even know what I can do anymore. That's where I came up with this idea. Hey, if you're watching, I appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the like button. I know it seems like probably a really silly thing to do, unimportant thing to do, but it really does help us out. Appreciate that. If you're not a subscriber, would love to have you. Let's see if we can knock out just a few more. I'm over the hill here, over the hump. I'm at 58. And then we got a question here. All right, we said, any good tips for strengthening the lower back? Had spine surgery, lower lumbar, 5-6. Okay, let me finish a few of these reps, and then I'll answer your question. All right, so we got 63. All right. So the question was from Bustin' Dustin. Any good tips for strengthening the lower back? Spine surgery, lower lumbar, 5 and 6. Thank you. I'll stay tuned in. Okay, good question. So ultimately, progressively loading low amounts of weight over and over and over and taking it slow, not trying to rush, that's going to be the tip. So cables are a safe way to do that, and bands are a safe way to do that. But if you don't have the strength in your lower back yet because of that surgery, I don't recommend going to free weights. I don't recommend doing anything crazy with the existing body weight that you have. I don't know how much weight you have. You know, I'm assuming you weigh as much as an average fella. But band work and cable work. Now, as far as a specific exercise, our two injuries are on different areas of the back. Mine's upper, yours is lower. However, okay, you're saying you're into free weights for now. Just be careful if you're going to use free weights. I'd hate for you to re-injure that. You're at 145. Okay, a lighter weight fella. That's good. I'll tell you what. I don't know if you're a subscriber yet, but what I'll do is after this video, I'll do a little bit of research, and I'll do a response, probably via short, and I'll give you some advice on some exercises you can do to strengthen your lower back without re-injuring. Because that's the thing. Like you know as well as I do. Once you've gone through this, you don't want to go through it again. And so you certainly don't want to re-injure yourself and have to, find yourself on the shelf again or scare yourself away from doing any kind of fitness. And then, you end up just sitting on a couch and becoming a shell of who you used to be. Or at least that's how you'll feel. How many days out since you had your surgery are you? You see that right side's really lagging. Fine. This puts me at 68. I'm getting very close. I'm gonna hit this goal. All right. Bustin' Dustin says, I just started the free weights 2 months in. Okay. Well, depending on how strong you feel 2 months in, it might be okay. What exercise or exercises are you doing with the free weights and how much weight are you using? Bustin' Dustin also says, awesome. I really appreciate it. It's been a year. At some point, I'll need a disc. Oh, man. Yeah, I ended up having to get one. They went through the front here. You can see a scar. Pulled out one of the ones that was really bad. There was 3 of them. But the worst of the 3, they pulled it out, put an artificial in. Completely, that disc completely crushed my nerve root. And I had a nerve pain from my right side all the way down to my fingertip, and turned off essentially my chest muscle, my pec on the right side and my right tricep. So I'm day 80, today's 81 since my surgery, trying to slowly recover and get these muscles to wake up. Triceps gotten better. This one right here though, this chest has trouble waking up like the other side. You can kind of see the difference there. Right side's much smaller, doesn't activate nearly as well. All right, see if I can get another round of 5 or 6 out of here. So that right side's real slow. You can't keep up. There we go. All right, we got 6. So that puts me at 74. Essentially 3/4 of the way there. Dustin Bustin says it's what I'm afraid of. Yeah, I don't want that for you either. I'll tell you what though, surgery really wasn't bad. I'm one of the, I don't know if you'd say phobias. I don't like snakes, and I don't like surgery. I especially don't like anything being touched around my collarbone or my wrists. And so I would have thought, had I been told that they were going to cut through my throat, pull out a disc, I thought I would have freaked out over that, but it wasn't bad. The recovery wasn't as bad as I thought. The amount of immediate relief and pain that I had when I woke up, it was worth it. I was hurting so bad. I was like, give me the scalpel. I'll cut myself if I need to. It's pretty bad. But Dustin Busking said the full replacement scares the hell out of me. I'll let you get back at it. Thanks. I'll be following along. Thanks for following. Like I said, I'll do some research on lower back where you had your issue, which you said was between lower lumbar 5 and 6. And I'll give you some advice through a short. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe and be looking out for that. And I'll be sure to try to tag you again at Bustin' Dustin. All right, I'll send you out something a little later. And then we got Finn Markham says, what's up, bro? Hey, man. Thanks for jumping on. Right now, I'm trying to hit 100 push-ups. Not all in one sitting. I'm not far enough in recovery to be able to do that, but I'm trying to hit 100 in this workout. So breaking it up into sets. My sets are between, as much as I can do, but I'm landing between 4 to 6. Thanks for jumping on. If you didn't hit the like button, please do. Helps out a lot. There we go, 5. Yeah, that right side still lagging, but I got 5. Puts me at 79. Closer and closer. I'm gonna hit the goal. I'm excited. If you're just now jumping on, I thought about, I knew I wasn't gonna have access to my usual gym equipment today, and I thought, well, I'll do some workouts on the floor. And I had the idea, thanks to Odd Fitness Tim Brennan, thought, let me see if I can do 100 push-ups. And the minute I thought going live on 100 push-ups, I thought, ooh, I may embarrass myself. I don't know if I can actually do 100, but decided to stick with it. Either embarrass myself or I don't. And I'm feeling like I might actually make this. I'm at 79. I'm not feeling any kind of unusual neck pain. no tense straining. That's something I got to be careful of. And so, all goes well these next 21 push-ups to get me to 100. I might make it. See, Bustin' Dustin says, I see myself when you're doing the push-ups. I can do 15 to 20, but it kills my lower back, as does almost every exercise. You're a warrior pushing through. People don't realize how hard simple daily life is with back pain. Thank you, sir. Subscribed. Thank you again. Yeah, you're right, man. I never would have guessed. I mean, I was a pro wrestler for a bunch of years, and I'd hear about guys getting even just nerve pain. And I thought, how bad could it be, Nerve pain is excruciating. I'm sure you're feeling that. But yeah, this having issues with your discs completely makes you look at life through a whole new perspective. And the way you're describing it, you may have to get that disc replaced, but I'll tell you, it's not as bad as it sounds. It really isn't. I'm glad I did it. Now, I got in a position where I couldn't wait if I wanted to. I couldn't walk, couldn't sit, couldn't stand. Riding in a car was literal torture. I mean, any bump I hit was excruciating. I was in tears near the end there, and so I had to get emergency surgery. So I really didn't have a chance to be able to kind of deal with it. But I'll tell you, if you don't have to deal with it, it may be worth just getting it done, man. Trying to balance the right side, which wants to lag. 4. There we go. 5. Got another 5. Puts me at 84. I'm actually going to hit this goal. I'm feeling really good about it. Bustin' Dustin, I'm glad you're doing better. Stay in touch. You'll stay in touch. All right, man. Appreciate you. I'm glad. Thank you. Appreciate you subscribing. I'm glad you're following now. Enjoy the content we put out. And I hope to hear, good news from you as you progress into your journey to fix your lower back. Have a great one, man. All right. For those of you who are watching this, I appreciate it. I'm grateful. Don't forget to hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber, don't forget to subscribe. Appreciate you guys watching. It's motivating. I didn't really think I was going to be able to hit this goal. I thought I was kind of overdoing it, but I'm very, very close here. I'm at 84 out of 100. I think I'm going to make it. My neck is not in any kind of, unusual pain or strain or anything like that. I'm not feeling any numbness. So I'm good to keep going. I think I might hit this. Let's try for 6. 6. I'm good with that. 6. That puts me right at 90. There we go. I'm at 90. 10 more to go, and I've hit my goal. It's a slow rebuild. I'll tell you what, though. Any of you guys who've ever been through an injury like this, or really, maybe even you've gone through just some hard times in life and quit your fitness journey, once you know what you could do at one point and then see what you can do now, and it's significantly less. For instance, I was able to do 100 in a row prior to my injury. Now I can barely do 10. It's disappointing, but it's all fixable. You can rebuild it all. It just takes effort, and it takes patience. And there was a point in my life where I would have said that, not having experienced what I experienced, and everybody would have been able to say, well, yeah, easy coming from you. You don't know what it's like. But now I know what it's like, and it can still be done. It's simple, but it's not easy, if that makes sense. The answer is simple. You just, every day, do a little bit more, try a little more. It's simple, the answer, but it's not easy. It is difficult. And then I got Exo Laura Carolina saying, so close. Yep, so close. Let's see how much closer I can get. Let me get this. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's try one more. Got 5. Let's try one more. Right arm wants to give out. 6. All right. So close. I'm at 96. 4 more. 4 more and I hit the goal. I didn't think I'd do this. I appreciate everybody who's been watching. For me, quite a few people drop in and out. I know it's probably nothing compared to other YouTubers who go live or post comment, but I've seen quite a few of you in and out today. I'm grateful. I appreciate it. 4 more to go. That's right, 4 miles. If you haven't hit the like button, please do. If you're on now, you're watching the last 4 I need to get to hit the goal. So I'm excited about it. I didn't think I'd be able to get this goal. Right before I posted it, I thought, let me change the goal to 50 because I think I can hit 50. I'm not going to embarrass myself. But then I thought, no. 100 was what hit my brain. That's the one that feels meaningful. I knew if I walked away with 50, I wouldn't feel like I really accomplished what I was hoping to accomplish. But I knew 100, that'll carry me through the day. So, stop yapping. Let's knock out these last 4. I can say I hit the goal. It'll put me at 100. Last one. 4. Got it. 100 push-ups. Nailed it. We got Chris T8 P7U says, how's things? Well, you just came in right at the end of me hitting my goal of 100 push-ups. Not in a row. I knew I couldn't do it in a row. I was able to do 100 in a row prior to my injury. Coming out of it with restrictions lifted, I could barely get 10. So today's goal was just to hit 100 consecutive in a workout. So at about the 30-minute mark, I finally hit all 100, accomplished the goal. I feel good about that. Yeah, I did it. Thank you for that. So thanks for everybody who watched, cheered me on, asked some questions, kept my mind off it. I'm really feel good about this goal and accomplishing it. So see you guys probably again tomorrow. Likely do another live. If you haven't subscribed, be sure you become a subscriber. I appreciate it. If you did, hit the like button. And then, Chris, you got one more question, and I'll jump off here. I gotta get in the shower, get started my day. You said 10 sets of 10. Well, I would like to. 10 sets is my max right now after surgery. So after about 10, I'm pretty gassed. The right side gives out quite a bit, and then my sets went from really 10 to start, trimmed down to about 7, trimmed down to about 6, and then I kind of got stuck between 5 and 6 with about a 30-second rest in between each. So the goal will be to be 10 sets of 10 at some point, and then 5 sets of 20, and then 4 sets of 25, so on and so forth. So I want to build back up to the 100. That's ultimately the goal. But I'm out, guys. Thank you again for watching, the comments, the likes, the subscribers. I will be on likely again tomorrow, and I'll be sure to give a daily update on day 81 post-spine surgery via a short later. See you later.